I'm on just... Oh, I just started a party. That's also not what I want to do. This is awesome. Off to a great start. It's like, dude, this week's been so busy with me starting grad school. Like, I've had to turn in, like... Oh, I spent, like, an hour, right, filling out an I-9. And I turned an I-9 in my hiring packet. And I finally get in there and I go to turn it in. They're like, oh, you worked here last semester. We don't need that. And I was just, like, so fucking crushed. Like, thanks for telling me. I just, brutal. But, so, one sec. Let me fix my green screen real quick. So... Skarrow story. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Green screen, fix yourself. Okay. Skarrow story of the week. So, for the past couple weeks, I've been studying my ass off for these entrance exams. Yeah. Everyone, welcome everyone. I have a Skarrow story time, and then we're gonna be going into some fun stuff. We're gonna be talking about Solstice of Heroes. Bunch of fun stuff. We had to start it earlier today because Victoria and I have a date. But, it shouldn't become a regular thing, to be honest. We'll still do it around This Week at Bungie. Hopefully, at the tail end of this, that drops. I have Twitter up, checking. But we're going to talk about Solstice. I realized last week that I did it without Jay-Z, and then I fucked up because I never talked about the most important Destiny 2 thing ever, the Whisper of the Worm quest. So at the end of this, we'll probably hit on that because I'm a dumbass. And then, oh, the changes that Bungie teased on Twitter, which will be the first thing we cover. But real quick, Skarrow storytime here. So, yeah, I've been studying my ass off. We have 4 entrance exams. I'm a chemistry graduate student now, for those of you in chat who don't know. So, our 4 entrance exams are an analytical, physical chemistry, inorganic, and regular organic chemistry. And so, organic's my major. I've been studying for all of them. And we get in there yesterday, and the director of the program's like, yeah, you guys are probably all freaking out about this. Honestly, most of you are going to fail them, and that's not a huge deal. And he said, out of 164 tests that were taken last year, because every person takes 4, there were only 7 total passes.
Wow.
What? Why would you even give us exams? Just assume we're gonna fail them.
Wow.
Like, and for every one of the 4 you fail, you have to take an additional class. It claims your proficiency in a subject, and all you have to do is take like the base level class and pass it, and that's what. So I'll probably have to take like a couple extra classes. We take 1 a day. I just took the first 1 a day. It's pretty brutal, but it's just like in the benchmarks they set. So it's a ACS test, which is, for everyone in chat that doesn't know, that is the American Chemical Society test, and essentially they're like super snobby, right? And so the benchmarks are ridiculous. Like, I think the 50 percentile for the physical chemistry is like 33% on the test. So that means like 50% of people get 33% or less, which is obviously stupid. And I think we have to make a 66 on it to freaking benchmark. Like, something like the top 2% of America hits. Like, there's no way. So that's really dumb.
So that sounds like, because my sister, she's a lawyer, and she took the bar exam, and she said there were like people that like literally had nervous breakdowns in the middle of the exam and just like walked out. And,
yeah.
You know, things like that. So yeah, I get it.
It's just, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm glad we're, you know, for the bar, obviously if you fail that, you're not getting in. But
yeah,
I'm already in. Like, they can't kick me out. So it's like I just take an extra class, but that's mental. Welcome everyone. Damn, we got a lot of people in here. All right, so we're gonna talk. First off, here we'll start off with wait 1 sec. Let me check. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. I haven't done this this whole last word and gameplay thing in a while. So here we go. We're on Twitter. Let me find the Bungie tweet. You guys are gonna see all the weird people I follow. Walking Dead. Who still watches that? I do. Okay, here we go. So this is the thing they teased this today. It's the new meta. Nothing crazy. Guy slides. He shoots someone with the Iclo shotgun, and then we get. Okay, so last time we talked about that they are decreasing the time to kill, and here we get confirmation that adaptive frame handcannons, DFA, Midnight Coup, Better Devils, etc. are going to be 3 taps. I'll play it one more time for you. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Now, that's interesting in itself. I mentioned that was one thing that worried me last time, because now you have no reason to use 100 and whatever they are, 110 rate of fire hand cannons, the slowest ones that I can tell, unless they 2-tap, and there's no way. So I'm worried about that. I am worried that they're going to increase pulse rifles, because pulse rifles are already disgusting, specifically the adaptive frame, once again, the inaugural address, the graviton lance, all of those. And then one other thing that a couple people pointed out to me on Twitter, this is really cool. So this guy right here, sorry for the crappy resolution, by the way, Twitter videos always suck. So this guy right here is holding the Ikelos shotgun, right? We see him in another frame. But right here, he also has the Whisper of the Worm, which we know for a fact is going to be a power weapon. So that means the Ikelos weapon is, in fact, going to your energy or secondary slot, which is very interesting, because
that's going to be crazy.
Yeah. I am ready for disappointment with that. I feel like that's it's going to have to take a pretty hard hit.
Well, unless they bring everything else up. So, like,
yeah.
That's the two most powerful weapons right now, and Year 1 Destiny 2, so...
Yeah, like, it might just be a little bit broken if you have them both. And as much as I would love to be a little bit broken, I don't think Bungie would like for us to be a little bit broken.
Well, then how hard are endgame activities going to be now? Like, that was just a puberty squeak. You're welcome for that.
That'll be a $5 donation from everyone listening in chat.
There you go. I'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, I don't know. Like, I think that it would work if they, depending on, like, if they bring other things up, and it's just not that, like just those two the most powerful, and of course, like they're gonna have way more powerful stuff,
right?
Going forward, so like those might not be the most powerful anymore. So I
am confident the Whisper of the Worm is going to stay the way it is. Where they're not going to release a weapon a month from a DLC launch and then immediately retweak it. Like that's not how Bungie works. I can see Ikelos getting a pretty big makeover. Well,
really?
Yeah, I mean, I think the perk will stay the same, but I think in general, shotguns and snipers and fusions that go into your kinetic and secondary slot, I think they're going to take quite a hit, because...
So you think it'll nerf them if they go in secondary, but they'll stay the same if they go in power?
I think the ones that are in power, the Acreus, the Whisper, the Worm, are the only two that we know of for sure right now.
Okay.
Probably Darcy, I would imagine. Those are probably going to stay as powerful. You just have to think... Maybe. This is where it gets weird, because I keep wanting to say in Destiny 2, snipers didn't do as much damage as, say, like... Gallahorn, but that's not necessarily true, because there were instances where the Black Spindle did more damage than the Gallahorn or the Sleeper.
Yes.
So, if they keep the Ikelos shotgun as powerful it is and move it into secondary slots, then they will not keep the Year 1 activities the way they are. Can you imagine going into Callus and just wasting all of your Ikelos, and then if somehow he's not dead yet, switching to the Whisper of the Worm and just like that'd be disgusting, right? So, I don't know.
Yeah,
people in chat, let me know what you think.
How hard the in-game activities are going to be yet? You know, obviously it hasn't launched, but
I hope it's hard. I hope the Whisper.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If Spyro Stars and Whisper of the Worm are anything to go by, they're stepping up their game, which I'm happy with, obviously. Yes. But
and we've talked about this multiple times. They're doing the opposite of what they did in Destiny 1, where the power creep is going up instead of backwards, and nerfing everything.
Exactly, but that's what gets me worried, because are the activities gonna get considerably harder and we're gonna get considerably more powerful, or are we gonna be taking a dive here? It'll be interesting, okay? It'll you know, obviously we don't have much more. Oh, by the way, the whole purpose of that teaser, on August 7th, in 5 days, they are going to be doing a live stream showcasing the new time to kill and that type of stuff. So we'll have more answers then. So yeah, we'll at least get a look into it, but obviously that won't address, like, they're not, that's a PvP stream, so they're not going to be showing off how powerful the Ikelos is against Callus or Valkor in Year 2 or anything like that, unfortunately. But it's just something to think about.
Are you excited about them changing the TK on it?
This is where I am with this, alright? where we are with Crucible right now is my favorite meta of all time. I've been playing so much quick play the last couple of days, and I mean, in the past 3 days alone, I have like 5 we ran out of medals. I've gotten really close to first columns or 7th columns. A little known fact about Skarrow, I've never gotten to 7th column, and I keep trying so hard. I keep riding my Dawn Blade. Like, I know it's gonna get me there. I just need to get lucky spawns, but I am loving this meta a lot. I'm not saying I wouldn't welcome a faster time to kill. It worries me, like, because if they screw it up, it's done goofed, you know? Like, we're in a really good spot right now. It's like if you take a dessert, right? And you got this awesome, luscious ice cream sundae, and with just a shit ton of whipped cream. And it's awesome. It's nearly perfect. And Bungie's like, we can make it even better and add this cherry on top. But then you eat the sundae, and that cherry turns out to actually have cyanide poisoning, and you freaking die, right? That's what I'm scared of.
Well, like, I was okay with the time to kill. I liked a little bit longer time to kill because it actually rewards better players and not whoever sees the other one first. Like, obviously you have an advantage if you see the other player first, but like better players can, you know, they can recover and
right. Yeah, I hope they have it on a Switch. I really hope so. But it's just like, it makes me really nervous, right?
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I wasn't crazy about the longer time to kill. It was all right. But this 0.6, 0.8 second thing that we're at with the Vigilant Swing, the Graviton Lance, the Rage Resist, Claymore, the Last Hope, that is perfect. I'm loving that spot right there. So if they take 3-tap hand cannons and they bring it up right there, and they bring you know, auto rifles and they put them right there, fine, perfect, awesome. But if it goes any faster, like if the Graviton becomes an even faster kill, if the Inaugural Address becomes a faster kill, same thing with Vigilant Swing, same thing with Last Hope and the Vision and things like that, then I'll be worried. You know, that's the cyanide. That's the tipping point. Nothing should go past Graviton Lance. And obviously, with a bunch of one-shot kill weapons coming into more slots, I mean, the time to kill is already going to be significantly lowered on an average basis just because you have everything, you have more things killing you in a snap, right? So
yeah. Well, but like if they bring them up to par with the Graviton Lance, then
I'm fine with that.
Well, but then there's more options, like because right now in competitive it's Graviton Lance or Vigilant Swing, and that's pretty much it. That
being said, though, in comp that's how it is, but in casual, you can run a vast. I mean, I got a freaking we ran out of medals with the Sturm, like and I was not even using the Drain, right? Like that doesn't happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just like right now. I think abilities are in a very good spot where. I mean, with a super right now, especially Dawnblade, Hammers, Oryx Strider, if you're running Crown of Tempest, Stormcaller, if you're running Doomfangs, the Sentinel, I mean, you can, especially with quick play being 6v6, you can very consistently get very easy 5-6 mans with your supers. Like, maybe not every time, but I'd say if you get 3 supers a game, one of those is going to be a 4, 5, 6 man piece on average, just because everyone's so they're lumping around. Bungie's already addressed that the skill-based matchmaking is just not working for casual, which is fine. Don't fix it, you know. People need that drive to get better. I've always been a fan of, you know, skill-based matchmaking is fine in comp, but in regular casual game modes, A, it should never affect the connection to your games, and B, you only get better. You don't get better by playing people the same skill as you. That's not how that works. You get better by playing people who kick your ass, and then, you know, seeing their play style and adapting to that.
So I agree with that to an extent. I think that you get better by playing people better than you, but not significantly better than you, like, because it's hard to, if you're, say, so I'm an average skilled player in Crucible. If I play somebody like really, really good, I'm not going to learn a thing because they're just going to wipe the floor with me. But if I play people that are better than me, I can get better, and then I can get to a better level to where I can play those people that are like significantly better than me.
It's been. Oh, you go.
No, that's that was pretty much the end of my point.
But this week it's been crazy because it's like on Twitter and on Reddit, like there's been two very. I mean, same thing you and I just did. Like there's very much a clash between I guess probably the people kicking ass every game on one side, and the people getting their ass kicked on every game, and it's just like, it's been insane. Like I've just seen insane support for both sides. And that's the thing, like, I don't think anyone really wants skill-based matchmaking to return the way it was, but no one really knows where to go with it, which is interesting. Someone at Wolfie asked, what is skill-based matchmaking? It essentially, the way it's supposed to work, every player has an internal rating system. You know, on, like, Destiny Tracker, it's called ELO. Bungie has their own internal rating system based on your average KD, how many kills you get, the average time it takes you to get those kills, that type of thing, all wrapped up in an algorithm, and you get placed against people with certain similar stats, right? So skill-based matchmaking, it's matchmaking based on skills, versus connection-based matchmaking, which is, you know, just based on the latency between two people. So, you know, it's been, I used to be a big kind of, yeah, there should be skill-based matchmaking, but I've had so much fun these past 2-3 weeks in skill-based in comp. I was so worried about 6v6, and it's actually mental. Like, it's so much fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Someone, oh, which set of Solstice? On my Titan, I'm still on green, but on my Hunter, I have 3 more things to masterwork, and then I'm done. Yeah, so I guess with that being said, and we can go ahead and move on from that. So August 7th, like I said, we'll get to see what's going on. We'll get a further look into the time to kills, and I'm pretty excited about that myself. But this week, Solstice of Heroes. Like I just said, I have played a considerable amount of this event, and I am in love with it. It is so good. God dang, everything is... that if anything, my complaint is it's a little bit too hard solo. If you try to solo some of those missions, I mean, it took me like 50 minutes to solo 1 AU the other day wearing completely blue armor. I know I could have taken some of that off. It was, you know, and I like to consider myself a better than average player. I don't even want to think about, like, if you had to do like 1 AU or chosen by yourself, yeah, you're probably gonna take a pretty decent amount of time to do these. Like they're not. And I originally, when I was running these missions, I was really disappointed because like we did Homecoming and it spawns you halfway through the mission and then you end a couple of rooms early. And I was like, oh, that's dumb. Like they just made the mission worse. But now that I know that you have to run Homecoming 9 times, but every other mission 6 times to get all of the armor on all of your characters. That's all right. Keep it short. The revamped parts of the missions are really fun. Homecoming's about the same. It's all right. Spark, where you spawn like the Matryoshka dolls of servitors, and there's just 500 servitors. Yeah. That was one of the most genuinely awesome, hilarious experiences I've had in Destiny. I don't even like. I was on live stream, so I'm sure a lot of you guys saw it. But it was just like pure joy, like just seeing so many servitors. Like that's what I want out of a boss fight for a campaign, right? Like obviously a fight like Gaul is a little bit underwhelming. Something like Oryx is, you know, it's badass. It's a cool culmination, but it leaves something to be desired. Something fun like that. I think that's what boss fights need to be. On Payback, there isn't really anything new. On, what's the next one? 1AU. Once again, nothing really crazy. But then on Chosen, when you're going through the city and you're bouncing through the roofs, and then, like, in the balconies, there's turrets hidden, so they'll, like, raise their heads up, and you can't see them. Awesome. Just fantastic. I'm a big fan of the Redux missions, for the most part. The grind's pretty cool. My one beef is like all the challenges are the same, and then on the blue armor set for Hunter, for some reason you have to complete 20 challenges, and on the rest of the characters you just have to kill a bunch of enemies. Doesn't make any sense. So like we had this good thing going for like 5 hours. We were all like doing the same challenges, and then it's literally the only challenge that's different. And so all of a sudden I had to go do my own thing. That was a little bit annoying. I really like the armor glow system. The Sparrow is the greatest Sparrow of all time. Jay-Z, look at this. They even gave it its custom spawn-in animation. Look at this. No, I'm behind you. I'm behind you. Look, no, 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 I'm the other behind you. Stop moving!
I'm right here!
Like, oh,
so that's
cool.
awesome.
So cool. Oh, man. Big fan of that one. Jeez, so much fun.
Do as you see fit. I trust your methods.
Yeah, so that's I mean, overall, I'm gonna have to pretty much give Solstice like a 10 out of a 10. I'm very happy with it. I'm a little bit curious to see what they do with the Arms Day catalysts, because there is 5 catalysts that we were supposed to have that were connected to Nightfalls. You know, that were data mined, obviously, and they are nowhere to be seen. So I don't know what's going on there.
Unless they'll release them like the next 2 weeks or the last week of it. Or...
Maybe, but they're all connected to Nightfalls. So unless they do multiple Nightfalls a week. Also, I noticed while doing normal Vanguard strikes, Exodus Down is back. I've yet to get it in Heroic Strike or see anyone say anything about it. Maybe it was never taken out of normal strikes. But yeah, we played it.
I think it was just the Heroic playlist and Nightfalls. I think that's what they said.
Okay, good. Yeah, so we were playing it in normal, and it's definitely not fixed. So, just a terrible strike.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's stuff. It's a lot of fun. I like the one complaint that I'm not sure if it's warranted. I'll tell you after I grind all 3 characters. It's a little bit annoying that some of these aren't retroactive and some are. So like. The bounties, for instance, are retroactive, but completing 25 heroic public events is not. So that's the last triumph I need, and I haven't gotten it because it's not retroactive for some strange reason. I don't really understand that. Yeah, I don't know. Then the Eververse system works out really well. It's very nice. The Redux system, the armors all look great. I can't really think of anything else. I mean, yeah, all around, 10 out of 10 for me. What do you think, Jay-Z?
I think it's the second best live event that we've had. Well, second best free event. Like, it's probably the best live event that's like.
Are you counting Age of Triumph as number 1?
Yes.
See, I just count that as Rise of Iron. Like, I guess technically you're right. I like Age of Triumph better. But in terms of let's go by live events. That's a good thing.
So yeah, as a live event, it's by far like I thought that, in D1 especially, the live events were pretty crappy, and they knew that. Like, so this is like the first one where you actually have a grind associated with it, and you actually like it wants you to do like everything that you've been doing since the beginning, but only in a different way. So like it feels completely different. It feels fresh, and it's nice. I enjoy it. I wish I had more time this week, so I'm gonna have to really try to grind out the next 2 weeks to get all 3 of my characters through. But
yeah, good thing it's here for 4 weeks though. That's good. Yeah.
Oh, it's 4 weeks. I thought it was only 3.
Until the 28th of August, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm really gonna have to push to try to get all of them through still. Like, because weekends are going to be a lot busier going forward for me now. So, yeah. So like, but I want to do it because it's actually like fun, and it, like I don't know about this, you know, on the 3rd character with all the story missions by the 30th time I've done the same mission, but you know, like it's the best live event that they've had by far. Like, and I don't think it's even close. Like, can you think of one that's even close to the quality?
Crimson Days earlier this year would have been close, but I'm a PvP.
You think so?
I'm a PvP guy as well, so
yeah.
I get that.
I didn't.
Yeah. I get that would not have been as universally well received, but yeah, I'm definitely more of a jack of all trades. So pretty much anything Bungie puts out, I'm gonna be like, yeah, except for SRL. I was on the minority for that one.
No, I was not. Like, I grinded it out just to try to get, I forget what it was. Like, it was something exotic.
335 helmets and ghost shells.
Yes, that's what it was for. Yes. Yeah. So I grinded out for that, and then after that, I was like, I'm so done with SRL. And I don't think I played the next time it was up. Like, maybe it's like 3 races, but that's it.
Right.
But yeah, so this one actually this has PvP in it, which is really cool. And just the progression. They did it in
such a weird way, though. Like,
yeah, they did. But
it's
like,
really, one of the armor sets requires you to get 10 kills, and then the other one is 30 kills with a super.
30 super kills.
So for the helmet, you play 1 game, and then for the class item or the boots or whatever it's on Hunter, I had to play for like, even I had to play like an hour for that one. Like,
Yeah.
I mean.
On Warlock, they're both on helmet, so it's.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that helps a little bit, but it's still like, it's you think they would have kind of balanced them out a little bit? Like all the orb ones are kind of designed to be done at similar times.
Well, I think they're bringing Mayhem back next week.
Oh, that's true.
Like, it shouldn't be as bad to get the super kills once that drops. And I think that's what some people are waiting for, and I think they knew they were going to do that, so, you know. But the 10 kills, like, I could understand, like, 100, and then, like, maybe 10 super kills, like, make it like that, rather than, like, 10 normal kills and then 30 super kills.
I think if you did 100 normal kills, I think 30 is more than fine, because that's probably about the same amount of time commitment.
Yeah.
But it's just, I found it odd that, it's kind of the same thing, like the, like with the challenges that I was mentioning. For some reason, that's the only thing that's different. And so you have all this great synergy and you're going, and then all of a sudden it's just like a sharp left turn for no reason. And so it's, yeah, you know, it's like, I mean, they even did 10 public events and 10 patrols. That's, I mean, that's super easy math. You do one patrol for every heroic public event. Like, and then, but
you pull one while you're waiting for it, and then, you know, you should be able to get it done by the end of it, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, but for that one, they just kind of like, I feel like a lot of it was really thought through, and then some of it wasn't. One thing I am very much disappointed in, I forgot to mention this, the exotic ornaments for this are just garbage. Like, the Jade Rabbit one's fine. Then there's the Merciless, the Suros, and the Sturm, and they're all just like gray and gross. Like, none of them look great. I was really excited to finally get a Merciless ornament that, I don't know, does something, but nope, just gross. The Suros one is different. it's muddy brown now. Like, why they made them all that disgusting color? Like, I don't know.
I liked a few of the emotes, but most of them are like, the emotes were all right. I think obviously the Chopper Sparrow was awesome. Was this update, was that the one where they add effects do now before?
Sorry. Say it one more time.
Applying them. I'm sorry.
Say that one more time.
The transmat effect is showing you now what they do.
Yeah, you have to inspect the ship. Yeah.
Well, no, you can actually like if you have one in your inventory, you can inspect it and see it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that's what I always wanted to know, because it's like they just that's a really good change. I think it was either this one or probably the last update.
It was probably 1.2.3, but I didn't know you could actually do it from your inventory. Like, I knew you could do it from your ships, but that's pretty cool. That's cool. Well, the TWAB just dropped, so we can head into that, and then once, I imagine this isn't going to be anything revolutionary unless I'm completely wrong, but we'll see. So this week it's Bungie. The celebration has just begun. Then they show off some. Well, do they say any? Actually, sometimes I miss info on that. We're watching Guardians return to the Red War with the Solstice of Heroes. You have plentiful objectives to pursue, moments of triumphs to complete, and new ways to experience campaign missions, and we're excited to hear your stories. Some have already been inspired by the changes. Here are some artworks. These are all pretty cool. I usually retweet these, so if you guys follow me on Twitter, you've definitely seen some of these at least. This one's so cool. Freaking, the Servitor mission is going to be a meme for the rest of Destiny. They did really well there. Just what an iconic thing. Like, I really hope they throw more of that out.
Yes.
Tally marks. The community stories from Solstice of Heroes aren't the only things that we are watching. Our analytics team has helped us bring forward some statistics. Excuse me, so I'm trying to wrap up this public event at the same time, guys. So I know you guys can't see it anymore, but I'm still trying to wrap it up. From the looks of it, Aldrin had better start running. Oh, this is awesome! In the 77 days since Warmind launched, so here's some faction rally statistics here. God dang. Has it broken down how many of each class pledged to which faction? That's awesome. Dead Orbit has by far the most engrams opened. There has been, in 77 days, there has been 6.4 million raid clears. There's been 760,000 prestige raid clears. That's actually a lot more than I thought. There's been 1.7 billion kills in the prestige raid. Oh my god. That's actually crazy as well. Wow. Just these stats are just staggering. There's been 263 million public events completed. 77 million escalation protocol waves. This is... See, they used to do this stuff in Black Ops. Like, when you're sitting in the loading screen, it was like, 12 billion cars have been destroyed by players. And that type of thing. I love... These numbers fascinate me to no end. 194,000 people already have the Whisper of the Worm. That's actually a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. 8,750 players have the Rage Claymore. That's a lot less than I thought it was going to be. They wanted the top 40% of players to get that. I'd say Destiny 2 has I'd say 6 million players, you know, consistent players is a good number. That's nowhere close to 40%. So that's very interesting. I wonder if they'll make it easier next time, how that'll change. It's very interesting. Oh, they have a shaders deleted one. 807 million shaders have been deleted since Warmind. That's the fact they are tracking that is just the biggest troll. That's awesome.
Just wait till they make it so you can delete the whole stack, then that number is gonna fly up. Because that's what I'm waiting for on all my shaders.
Oh man. Alright, we're gonna keep going. Dude, that's awesome. Checking them off one by one. As year one comes to a close, many of you will be searching for every available piece of item or item or piece of gear that can be found in Destiny 2. Some items will still be available in Season 4, such as destination weapons and armor sets. Other year one items will be retired from vendors when Destiny 2 Forsaken launches. So the things that will be retired: Vanguard weapons, year one weapons, and year one armor, and seasonal rewards. So Zavala's ship and any ghost. I don't think they have a ghost shell, but they have a ghost shell. One sec. I just turned off my Xbox so I can actually focus on this now. So if you guys haven't already purchased those weapons, make sure to purchase them, and then you can delete them because they'll be saved in your collections. Just make sure you have them. Crucible year one weapons and armor rewards will also be kind of phased out. Same thing with seasonal, so ghost shell ships, that type of thing. Gunsmith year one weapons. So if you've never gotten a Antiope or Mananan or Frontier Justice. I forget what else he has. Half Day and D. These type of things, make sure you go get them. Emblems and year one mods will no longer be obtainable, of course, since they're redoing the mod system. Ikora year one armor will not be obtainable. That's really interesting. Year one emblems won't be. Trials of the Nine weapons, armor shaders, ship spares, and ghost shells. Iron Banner weapons, armor shaders, ship spares, ghost shells. And then finally, Cade's stashes emblem. So if you don't have the Ramen emblem, go grab it. Go do some Cade stashes and that type of thing. While these year one weapons will be retired from vendors, their stock will be refreshed. That's a typo. With new gear featuring random rolls ready for all players to earn in Destiny 2. Some items may return in year 2, but not exactly as you remember them. Come September 4th, a small number of weapons you know and love will be updated to year 2 standards, featuring random rolls and the capacity to accept year 2 weapon modifications. That's really cool. So it looks like, right here, it's just a bunch of Better Devils. So it looks like Better Devils is going to have the ability to have random rolls, to have the new 10-tier masterwork system and that type of thing. That's pretty cool. I wonder how they're going to choose those. Once that, I really hope get them. Nightfall exclusive weapons, Silicone Neuroma, DFA, Duty Bound, all should have random rolls. Because, you know, obviously I'd make Nightfalls worthwhile once you get them. What are some other weapons, Jay-Z, that you'd like to see brought up to the year 2 standard?
Pretty much all the vanilla Vanguard weapons. Those are all amazing.
Nameless Midnight.
Nameless Midnight, well, and the Pulse Rifle. Nightshade is really good.
Oh, Nightshade. Yeah, see, Nightshade could be a lot better with some random roll action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Manananan. Let's see. Let me look for it, because I have the same guns on every character that I always keep. Well, they're not probably going to do Midnight Coup, because they're probably not going to do any of the raid weapons. So
no, raid weapons pretty much always have static rolls, so yeah.
I'm
trying to think. Yeah, I can't
Positive Outlook, maybe? Did you already say that?
I didn't, but I don't think you can get much better than it is now.
Yeah,
I mean, they would have to have, like, Outlaw and Kill Clip on it.
Well, and then Curtain Call, and the only way that you can make it better would be, like, to max out the velocity somehow with perks, but like
Right.
I don't think you could really, because it's almost, I almost have it maxed out now with it masterworked, and then the 2 perks to give you extra velocity. So like that's gonna be hard to up. But I mean, like what they're talking about, the year 2 weapon mods, so like that's exciting, even not knowing what they're gonna be, but like just knowing that they're
well, we've learned a little bit about them. Sorry, this was last week when you weren't here.
Oh.
Pretty interesting stuff. So while I'm answering this for Jay-Z, guys, what year 1 weapons do you want to see have year 2 standards, which are random rolls and the 10-tier mod system that we talked about last time with Masterworks? Let me know. Let me know. Comment. Thing. See this thing on screen? That's what it's for. Let me know. So Jay-Z, they did actually give us some hints. They said in-air accuracy buffs will be one of the mods.
Okay, that's a good one, because that doesn't affect, it only affects a certain play type, play style.
Hidden hand will be one.
Okay.
I think they said something to control flinch. I think some stability, something like that. Yeah, they seem like they're going to be useful. And then for armor, what they're doing, so you can upgrade armor 10 times. So it'll drop with a set stat. You cannot re-roll it. So your pants will come with recovery and a boost to, let's just say, like scout rifle ammo and scout rifle stability or something.
Oh, they're going to do that again?
Yes. There's 2 perks. One is ammo economy, and one is either a play on like your abilities or a play on your weapons.
Okay.
You can't re-roll that, even with Masterwork cores, and you can upgrade it with Masterwork cores 10 times, and when you get to the 10th one, that's when it becomes a full Masterwork. They didn't say if that was the same system they were going to do with weapons. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that with weapons, but I honestly have no idea.
That's really cool, and it sounds like that they would, because they were talking about something similar to that, or hinting at, not talking about it. They're hinting at something similar to that for the weapons, so I could actually see that happening, and I'd be okay with that completely.
Yeah. And I just want to give this resource to people. So right here, DestinySets.com. I have it bookmarked. This is how much I use freaking Destiny sets right here. So if you can visit your collections on this, right? So it's literally just DestinySets.com. You visit your collections. Hopefully the stream doesn't lag here because this is pretty intensive. And you can see literally everything. Look at this. Everything that has been saved. So I have never, or since they have started tracking it, I don't have a Basilisk, which is the Dead Orbit shotgun. I don't have the Morning Comes, which is the Nessus sniper rifle. I don't have the Giant 7 Future War Pulse. So you can go through this, and I could very easily get all of these. I don't have the Future War Cult rocket launcher. The Iron Banner rocket launcher. Wow, that actually surprises me. These things. And so you can go through your collections and be like, hey, I want to make sure my collections are full, so I'm just going to go fill these up. And it's super easy to do. Like I said, you literally just earn them, and then you can delete them right away. And I mean, this is literally everything in the game. You can see what ghost shells I've been missing since season 1, what emblems I don't have. This is such an amazing resource. I recommend every one of you guys takes a look at this. And does it tell you where to get it? It does not tell you where to get it, but you can obviously Google it. So, like, I don't have the Pro-Liam FR3. I have zero idea what that is. But I could Google it, and it would tell me exactly where to get it. Super cool. So make sure you guys do this. Very important. Yeah, especially because you can buy things straight from vendors now. Like, I don't have the service revolver, so I can just go up to Zavala and buy that real quick, because you can buy them straight for tokens. Yeah, it's just something that I recommend everyone go take a look at. Super, super cool. And yeah, so just DestinySets.com. Really cool. They're teasing the combat system a little bit more. Once again, 1 o'clock Eastern on August 7th. Everyone better do that. And then let's see. Celebration coordinator. So now here we have some questions about this and answers. So elemental orb generation. I know a lot of people have been kind of like back and forth on this. It says, while these orbs are generated randomly by defeating enemies, here are a few tips on how you can make sure you're generating the orbs of a desired element. Orbs are generated only by players who have an entire Solstice armor set equipped. We pretty much knew that. Elemental orb generation does not require super ability kills or masterwork weapon kills. Players can potentially generate orbs on any kill as long as they are wearing that full armor set. Elemental orbs are generated based off of the player's equipped subclass as well as their equipped energy and power weapons. For example, if you wanted to generate only solar orbs, changing your loadout to all solar helps you accomplish this. Kinetic weapons can also generate orbs based off of the player's loadout. You can generate and receive elemental orbs from local allies. If you're traveling in a full fire team, coordinating elements can help you more aggressively progress through elemental orb pursuits. There you go. So,
well, and I don't know if they mention it in there though, but if you pick up orbs, you actually do more damage with that element for a period of time, which is kind of cool. And we didn't realize what it was because you could see it on your, like, if you hit start and after you pick up an orb and there's like a countdown timer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so the way that works, every day there is on the statue, there's a flame, and that flame will be one of the 3 colors. This was just figured out today. So this is brand new knowledge to me. I just read it before the podcast. And so it'll either be obviously orange, purple, or arc. And orbs of that color that day will boost your damage up to 5 times. So
I thought it was whatever. Yeah,
no, it's so today, for instance, it's only arc. So if you're wearing full masterwork armor in the raid and you're producing arc orbs right before you jump on the callus plate, you're now doing, I think it's up to 50% more damage. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Really cool little thing, but I agree. They did not clarify that at all.
No, it was like a little added bonus kind of type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Shirt. Oh, I need to order my shirt. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything. Oh, wait, we got a picture of a ship. As we look into the last mile before launch, setting expectations is the name of the game. We'll be serving up information on everything from character progression to endgame. If you have any burning questions about what's changing in Forsaken, let us know on the Destiny 2 forum. We can't answer every question individually, but we'll take a look at as many as possible as we can in the next few blog entries. You may have noticed a recurring theme throughout this article. Solstice of Heroes is here, but it is just the beginning. Some of you have been very busy. We've already seen some masterworked armor sets in the wild. People are already bragging about securing access to their trophy garment. Don't let that scare you, though. We're just 3 days into a month-long event. Feel free to show me your favorite emote if we happen to run into each other in the wild. I'll be grinding out all 3 sets with my eyes on the final prize. And then, of course, the ship, because you have to get all 3 masterwork sets to get the ship. What is the trophy garment? Oh, probably the shirt, right? Yeah. So I need to make sure I place that order. Once again, I don't think I'll do gamertag. I don't really get the hype behind that. Actually, I really hope if you don't get a gamertag, this thing isn't on the shoulder, because one thing I personally do not like is like uneven shoulder bits. I know that's such a weird nitpick, and I apologize for that. But I just like that design on the shirt is sweet. I don't own a lot of white shirts. I'm a very dark shirt kind of guy, as you guys probably picked up from 3 years of live streams. So yeah, I'm really excited to get a white shirt that I'm actually excited to wear. Yeah, so 3-tap hand cannons are back for everyone just joining us. Let me play the clip one more time, and then we can probably start wrapping it up. Let's see here. Just one more time, better quality. Ooh. What sword was that, by the way? Kind of looks like a Taken sword.
So it'll be exciting to use hand cannons again in Crucible, like.
Yep.
I guess, like, because I mean, some people use them, but they're not used very often. So. Yeah,
they're fun. They're fun every now and again, but they're definitely not my my thing. This right here. On screen, guys, the stats that they did, that's freaking awesome. I really hope they continue to do that. That's one of my favorite things about games like that. Just seeing like the sheer numbers, like you can just like okay, I really hate bragging, but I'm gonna do it. So 8,750 people have Raytrix's Claymore. I know like 5 of those. That's cool, right? That to me is cool. 6 million raid clears. Well, guess what? I know people with total we probably have 600 raid clears to 800 raid clears. That's cool to me. I can say like we are a significant portion of that. Not, you know, obviously not significant as in like 90%, but we're like 0.01% of that. That's cool to me.
Our fire team,
yeah. I'll do some maths. Let me do it. Let's just estimate. I've got 144. Turtles has more than me. Well, on our fire team, I'll say we have 800 clears. So let's just do a base calculation here. Yeah, no, we are actually 0.0001%, but it's still cool. All right, that's still awesome. Like,
yeah, but that's 6 people or that percentage of it. Like,
yeah, so it's so cool to me. Oh, that's just normal raid. That's not even counting prestige raids. Whatever. It stands. It's a quick throw in there. That's just so awesome to me. Actually, while we're thinking about it, raid report. I want to see how many people have beaten Spire of Stars now. Completion clip total. How many? It should tell you right here. It does not tell you its total number. Well, now we know that the maximum number of clears for a person for Spire of Stars is 2,384.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, God. Okay, well, that made me feel like crap.
Since launch, have they just done it time after time after time again? Is that, like, seriously?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's insane.
Alrighty. So, pretty good week. What's in the plan? So, more Solstice grinding. Tomorrow, I will be streaming the last leg of the Whisper Catalyst and the ship. I'll be a little bit late for that, admittedly, probably around 2 o'clock Eastern, about an hour late. I have fire extinguisher training tomorrow. Oh boy! Woot woot! So I'll be a little bit late. It was supposed to be today, and then it rained. It's like, well, I guess we don't need to extinguish any fires.
So what is that for school?
For grad school, because we're working in labs. So just in case I do that, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, someone said they'd like to see the West of Sunfall 7 get random rolls. Yeah, any of the... That would be a good way, especially since a lot of the... what are those called? The forge weapons, I guess. Mm-hmm. They're pretty meh. That would be a cool way to make them more exciting, is to make all 10 of those, you get random rolls, and that's the reward for doing it. I think that would be really cool. And if I get some way for them to drop over and over again, maybe if you can continue to grind them out, but it's like if you get like 5 more fossilized blossom, then you can pick one to get with a random roll or something. That'd be really cool. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be doing that Catalyst video. I'll probably try to do a damage comparison with and without the Catalyst, at least with the Catalyst versus something like the shotgun or something. Tough to set up. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, anything else to add on today's discussions, Jay-Z?
No, play the live event. It's fun, and you get some rewarding stuff, and this is just a good time overall.
And some sexy freaking armor, boys.
Some sexy. Well, I mean, it's the Ikora armor, but
it looks so good. Fully masterworked, man.
No, I agree. Like now, I can get rid of all the Ikora armor on in my vault. So
yeah. I'm so excited. I thought of one more thing. I really wish they would have made it so you could put the raid mods on these as well. Because I never want to take this armor off. But
no, it's my favorite armor set, and it was the beta armor set. So
so nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, if you want to keep up to date with future live streams, future videos, things that's going on, cool community art, cool statistics, things like that, follow me over on Twitter at Skarrow9. And make sure you tune in to each of these live streams weekly if you want to have more discussions about the ongoings in the Destiny universe. Yeah, Jay-Z, go ahead and do your thing, man.
Jay-Z Basketball 25 on the Twitters.
Boom, boom. There we go. So, yeah, that's going to be it today. Thank each and every one of you for joining us in chat, hanging out, discussing. Always our favorite parts. You guys are freaking awesome. Yeah. think that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching today, and we'll see ya in the next one.
Peace.